Hey yo, what up YouTube? I'm scholargamernerd and I'm super stoked to finally present to you my setup tour. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Alright guys, first and foremost, what I do want to say is that this is not a flex. My only objective here is to be inspirational and informational. So inspirational in the sense that I hope someone might get ideas for their own setup, and informational in the sense that I hope some folks might notice some of the mistakes I made and learn from them so that they don't happen to you. Let's get into it. All right everyone, so here we are. The first thing I want to say is that I actually created this list of the 25 items that comprise my setup. And what I did was I basically provided the name and the price. So I'll be dropping pictures into the video for every item that I am naming. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Big shout out to my beautiful wife who's actually behind the camera right now. All right, so first I'll actually want to show you the my PC. So this is a CyberPower PC. I have actually pulled it out a little bit. It usually doesn't stick out like that. I bought it pre-built. And it's a decent build. It's not the greatest PC of all time, but it gets the job done. Let me go ahead and turn it on for you guys. So the lighting's pretty cool. So if you look at that, there it is right there. It's pretty cool. Has the logo right here. I mean, it's nothing fancy. And this one actually cost me $850. So that's my PC. I'm gonna push it back in now. If you have any questions about that, you can actually watch my CyberPower PC unboxing, which happens to be my most watched video on my channel. So thank you guys for making that the most watched video. So that's item number one. Now let's move on to item number two. It is my ash gray Secret Lab Omega chair. Okay, so this thing is a beauty. I mean, it features the Omega symbol. It's this smooth leather, and it's black on gray. Has this backrest, has this headrest over here. It's just a really nice chair. It's really comfortable, and this one comes in at a price of $400. Let me show you the back real quick. It has a Secret Lab logo right there stitched, as well as the Omega logo all stitched. And yeah, this is a pretty awesome chair. It's really comfy. I can sit on it for hours, no problem. So I strongly recommend that. Next up, we have the Blue Yeti microphone, which is actually right here. And I actually purchased this one used on OfferUp for 60 bucks. So it was a pretty good deal. The mic actually has the audio jack at the bottom, as well as the USB jack right there on the left. So there's nothing really fancy there. Hang on, let me tighten it up a little bit. So that's about it. It's a Yeti mic, you know, some of the best mics in the game. So there's not much to be said about that. An excellent mic. All right, next up we have my headset. So I actually have the Exa 900 headset. And these run for, I don't have my audio cable connected here just for aesthetics, because I'm not actually currently playing, but these are actually really cool. There's a logo. The penning is really awesome. These come in at $40, but I'm not adding it to my total tally that I will show you at the end, because I actually got it for free. So shout out to Exa Technology for hooking these up. Thank you guys. Next up, we have this 10-inch ring light. So let me show you that one real quick. Let me light it up for you guys. Right here. Hey, look at that. I actually picked this one up on OfferUp, and as you can see, I like to purchase things on OfferUp. You get good deals on there every now and then. Unfortunately, it is a mismatch. So here's my other ring light. That one came in at $40, but this one right here comes in at $50. And let me turn it on. How does it turn on? There it is. They're both really good lights. I have one, I basically keep one behind my right monitor and another one behind my left monitor. And the reason being is that These lights pretty much help to like offset the shadows on your face, especially during a live stream. So lighting is pretty important. Besides audio, I've learned recently that lighting is very important. So those are my two ring lights. This one comes in at 40 used. That one came in at 50 used. Both offer up. Next up, we have this LG IPS ultra wide monitor. This bad boy actually comes in at 150. Ouch. The reason why I actually purchased this monitor was because I initially wanted to project both my gaming and my streaming software. But the problem with that is that for whatever reason, you can't project what you're currently playing on the same display as your software programs. So I was forced to purchase this monitor as well. So this was, I'm gonna be honest with you, full transparency, this LG monitor was a bad purchase. I do regret that, but it is a very high quality monitor. It's HD, high resolution and all that good stuff. However, we have the Acer monitor here up next. This one's an LCD monitor. It's kind of an older model that I picked up on OfferUp for 40 bucks. And if we back up over here a little bit, you notice like the stark difference. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but like this one is much brighter. It's just an overall like better monitor. I don't know if the camera is picking up the difference, but this one is much dimmer. Even though the frame on this one, I would argue, is better, right? Because this one, if I'm not mistaken, this LCD one, this Acer one is 24 by 13, whereas this one is 24 by 11. So you just get like a more complete look at your screen, especially when you're on browsing the internet and stuff like that. But however, this one you get the wide screen, so some people prefer that. I mean, it's really preference, but $150 on Amazon, $40 on OfferUp. Next up, guys, I want to show you my PS4 Pro. Is sort of back here, kind of hidden. Okay, so that's my PS4 Pro. And I mean, nothing much to show there. It's just my PlayStation, just your typical PS4 Pro. That one actually comes in at $220. I purchased it on OfferUp used for $220. So that wasn't too bad. However, the power supply went out on it, which really sucks. I actually made a video on it. I might link it below. But when the power supply went out, I didn't know what to do. I Googled a bunch of different potential reasons as to why the PS4 power went out, but it is what it is. Eventually, I took it to a place called You Break, I Fix. They gave me the diagnosis. They were like, yo, your power supply is out. We can replace it. It's gonna cost you $190. Ouch, that one hurt. I could have purchased maybe another used PS4 Pro for like $220, but I said, what the heck, man? I'll just replace the power supply. I didn't want to do the whole like, you know, making people offers and then meeting up with them or getting it shipped. I just didn't want to deal with that hassle. So that one definitely hurt my soul. So it is what it is. So one thing that I do want to mention about the PC, which is really unfortunate, is that I did get the blue screen of death on it. For those of you who don't know, the blue screen of death is basically when Windows crashes. So my Windows operating system crashed, and I'm not a software expert or anything like that. So I took it to my local PC repair shop. Shout out to Pete's PC Repair right there on Wilshire. And they actually fixed it for me for 90 bucks. They reinstalled Windows, and that was literally the only problem that I've ever had with my CyberPower PC. It was that issue, and it cost me $90. Also, I upgraded my hardware here. I don't know if I can actually show you. Oh yeah, I think I can show you if the camera can see. Ah! That's a fail. We got that on camera. That was reckless. Okay, what just happened here? Okay, it's not too bad. Basically, we just dropped the right ring light and the speakers here. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, if the camera can kind of squeeze in here, I want to show you guys that right there, the Elgato. I don't know if you guys can see that there. There it is. I actually had that installed by the guys at Pete's PC. You can see it there. That is called external hardware. I'm still learning this stuff, guys. I do apologize. If you're a PC expert who knows everything, please don't roast me in the comments. I already got super roasted for my PC unboxing, my CyberPower PC unboxing. So anyways, I bought that for $200 and it cost me $90 to get it installed. Again, shout out to Pete's PCs. Those guys are efficient, they got it done. And pretty much what that does is just a capture card that allows me to both live stream at 1080, 60 FPS, and it allows me to record my gameplay, like in case I want to create clips or anything like that. So just want to let you guys know. Next up, we have the eBerry microphone right here. And the reason why I'm pointing this one out, which comes in at a whopping $15, is because for a long time, I did not know that sound is crazy when it comes to gaming or just content creation in general. But specifically live streaming battle royale games that require game chat was such a hassle for me, bro. So I didn't realize that when you're live streaming and let's say playing duos or squads, you have 3 sources of sound. Now I could be wrong, but this is how I understand it. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I don't want to spread false information. You have your voice, that's one source. That would be my Yeti right here, right? Where my voice comes out of, okay? Then you have the in-game sound, right? That's literally coming from your PlayStation, whether you're playing Fortnite or Brawlhalla, whatever you're playing, that's 2 sources. Then you have your game chat. For a long time, I couldn't figure this out, but this was an easy fix. In order to be able to project my voice, right, or to deliver my voice, the sound of my voice to my stream, right, and to also deliver the sound of my voice to my homies who I was running squads with, I needed a mic to be connected to the PlayStation. So it probably doesn't take a genius to figure that out, but as you know, I am a bot and my friends are not. So we figured it out, and there it is, $15. All right, next up, we have a really strange item that honestly you don't have to get. This custom mouse pad, okay? This is crazy. let me move this stuff out of the way here. It's kind of dirty, but it is what it is. I mean, I use this a lot. I got this on Amazon. It cost me $40, and this is actually, as you know, this is a logo that I had created, custom made for me by Bax Works, who's an artist that I learned about at DesignerCon. So anyways, kind of cool, but you don't really need it. Word to the wise, you probably shouldn't get a white mouse pad because, as you know, white really reveals all the stains and all the different, you know, debris and dirt that can get on a mouse pad or on any surface really. But anyways, it is what it is. I really like it. 40 bucks. All right, so the next item is actually one of the dopest items that I have in my setup, and the reason why is because of how practical it is for people who are constantly on the go and have like a multi-purpose space like my wife and I do here with this office / gaming room / studio / nursery one day, wink wink. So here it is, guys, the Elgato collapsible green screen. It is a little pricey, it's $160. But if you love practical things that are going to save you time from like screwing, you know, the one stand on the right side and screwing the other stand on the left and setting up the green cloth, tarp, whatever that is, and doing all of that and then putting it away, like if those kinds of things are not what you're about, then this is the answer. So for $160, this is what you get. In my opinion, it's completely worth it. This bad boy weighs like 5 to 10 pounds, has a swiveling legs. Boom, 1, 2, set it down, unclip the right side, unclip the left side, open this up, pull carefully all the way to the top. Boom, done. Isn't that crazy? That's like one of the craziest like green screen setups ever. Now, if you're a person that's constantly on the go like myself, you're like, all right, SGN family, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to be a scholar first, gamer second, nerd always. Boom, gotta go. Let's get it. The wifey needs to work in the room. Gotta close up shop. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, done. That literally took like 10 seconds. Put it away. and you're all done. So like if you use a green screen, the chroma key while you're live streaming, I strongly suggest you utilize the Elgato green screen. All right guys, next up we have this kind of weird funky item, and my sister actually made fun of me for this, but you'll see why it matters in a second. So, I don't know why, I have sensitive feet obviously. Recently got a foot surgery. Here's a little bonus footage, check it out. It's officially healed. I had a bone that stuck out right there, so I had to get that surgically shaved down. Anyways, it's not related to my setup, but it's related to my life, so it matters to me. Which is why I purchased this footrest. So here it is. Okay, this is the Kineto 3 footrest. And I'm a big believer in being comfortable, okay? Especially if you're going to live stream for like 3 to 5 to 6 hours at a time. Like, you should be comfy, and this is a pretty good one. It's kept its firmness, so the padding hasn't gotten like super submerged in. There are no crazy grooves. Look at it. I don't know if that's memory foam or not, but it's comfy. I know that much. So I really like it, 23 bucks, Amazon. Next up, we have the Logitech Camera. This is actually the C920 and it cost 50 bucks. I keep it right here attached to my right ring light, and I mean, it gets the job done. Now this item is gonna be really hard to capture, but I kept everything exactly how I use it so that you can maybe get ideas for your setup, or maybe even give me some feedback, right? I'm not a pro gamer, I'm not an expert. This has been sort of this experimental thing. So let me show you my speakers next. I have the Logitech Z200 multimedia speakers. Those come in at $32. And they're actually right behind my right monitor. I don't know if you guys can see them. I don't want to pull them because I don't want to destroy anything, but yeah, they're right here. They're, you know, just like your regular Logitech speakers. And I don't really use them because most of my audio is delivered to my ears through my headphones, so I don't really use them, but whenever I do want to remove my headphones, I turn them on, and they're really good speakers. I mean, have no complaints. All right, so the next item I can't really show you just because there's so many cables there. My cable management game is not on lock, sorry. But anyways, it's 2 Ethernet cables. So I have the Cat 6 Amazon Basics Ethernet cables. And just let me show you very quickly so you can get an idea of how it works. So one of them goes from the PlayStation, right, from the back of the PlayStation to my modem, okay? So PlayStation to modem, and the other one goes from the modem to the PC. And that's basically it. Obviously I live stream and I upload videos, so I need a fast and stable internet connection, so that's why I got those. Those come in at $12. All right, next up, I want to show you some power related stuff and connection stuff. So I have the Amazon Basics black power strip right there on the right side. That one comes in at $10. I also have that brown power strip on the left hand side. That one comes in at $16. And if you're wondering why that funky color, it's because it used to match our old apartment flooring. And finally, I have that 6 outlet wall plug, which I purchased at Lowe's for $16. And the cool thing about that is that it features 2 USB ports, which is kind of cool. But what I do want to say is that the point of getting high quality power strips is to avoid a power surge, which can potentially ruin your devices. And more importantly, it can help you avoid some type of short circuit. You're dealing with a lot of energy being transferred here, so you definitely want to make sure that you don't go cheap on your power strips. All right, so next up we have one of my other personal favorite items, my mouse. So this is actually the Corsair Nightsword RGB. This one comes in at $70. And it features all the custom buttons, but what I want to say about this one, and I want to show you real quick, is that it's perfect for people who have like rather large hands. So if you look at my hands, look, this is a 10-inch ring light. I can like touch almost all sides. So why does that matter? Okay, why does it matter, right? Why does my hand size matter? I just want to give you some context. It matters because when you spend a lot of time on your computer like I do, specifically lesson planning and teaching classes, I'm an educator, right? That's what I do full time. YouTube is my hobby. You can potentially run the risk of experiencing wrist pain. And that's what was happening to me. So I started doing my research and I actually measured my hand from the bottom of my palm here, like my wrist pretty much, to the top of my middle finger. And based on that information, this was all based on YouTube research, I figured out that this was my best mouse option, and now I literally experience no pain. It's very comfortable for me. It's a little on like the, I guess, bulky side, but this mouse is excellent. I would buy it again. I strongly recommend it. Try it out if you have large hands. To give you some context on why this matters, I want my wife to actually show her hand. Look at that. That really matters, okay? That really matters. So the size of your hand will likely determine what type of mouse is more comfortable for you. So do not go cheap on your mouse, okay? Buy a good mouse. Shout out to Corsair. All right, guys, next up we have my Nintendo Switch. It's actually over here, kind of tucked right behind the PS4, right next to the PS4. And if you can see it there, okay, there's the Nintendo Switch. And I also purchased the Switch Pro controller along with Super Smash Bros. And Pokemon Sword. It was well over $400, but I'm only going to add $200 to the price tag because I actually split that with my sister, so her and I share that console, even though it stays here most of the time. All right, next up we have this desk. So this is a massive desk, okay? And it's a very sturdy desk. Let me show you how sturdy this desk is. Hope I don't die right now. Oh God. Here we go, look at that. Look at me, SGN's crazy, I know. Look how sturdy, look at Goku, dude. You guys see Goku? Dex not included, thank you. Shout out Eric Costin, one of my favorite skaters of all time. Goku, primitive. So we actually purchased this desk from a studio that was going out of business during the pandemic. I felt so bad making the purchase, but hey, it was on sale. So we got it for 40 bucks and I really like it. It's really sturdy as you can see, but it's a little big. So I don't know if we're gonna have to upgrade at some point. Hopefully I can make it down here alive. Yes, I can. Anyways, 40 bucks. And I know for a fact that desk probably cost like a few $100 at the very least. So you can find some good things on OfferUp. All right, next up we have a pretty interesting item. And the reason why I decided to include this item is because comfortability and sound matters. So it's actually this ceiling fan right above us. It's a 52-inch Murray ceiling fan that I got from Home Depot, and it actually cost me $99. But the reason why I like this fan is because I live in the San Fernando Valley and it gets really hot up here. So let me show you. I have the controller right here for it. So whenever I'm streaming and let's say the room is really hot, right here in the San Fernando Valley of Southern California, I can just turn it on, okay? But it's really quiet. I'll put it on medium. It's really quiet. The mic doesn't really pick up the sound. You know, it has a little light. The light's no good, but it is what it is. Anyways, if you can afford it, I know these things can get expensive. Thankfully, I had my uncle install it for us. But if you can afford it, I would strongly encourage you to get a ceiling fan, especially if you live in a hot area, in hot climate, because it's really annoying when someone has like the fans that go into the wall plug and you can just hear like that buzzing sound of the fan, like zzz. It's just not comfortable for the listener. So that's something that I really thought about when we got that installed. And finally, oh my, finally. So this next item is actually not necessarily gaming related, but maybe it is gaming related. It's actually these LED lights that I have right on my ceiling. So these are the Touchstar LED lights and they cost $50 for a pack of 6. And even though I had to pay to get them installed, once again, my uncle took care of that. Lighting really matters, guys. That's one of the reasons why you can see my face pretty clearly in this room is because of those 6 LED lights. And additionally, I also keep the ring lights. So for me, I really want you to think about not only acoustics, but also lighting. I'm not an expert, but I know for a fact that it's a lot much more of an enjoyable experience when you can see, I guess, like the person's face fully, and it's not just like, hey, what's up guys? This is Tom, like a random gamer here, and it's 3 a.m. and I don't know about you, but like I want to see the person's face. Maybe that makes me weird. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, I got those 6 LED lights, and honestly, when we got them, I told my wife, it's like, yo, it's for the office, babe. We need good lighting in there. We're gonna be doing a lot of work, a lot of reading, writing, grading, so on and so forth. But I was really thinking about playing video games. Ah! That was my wife. She's behind the camera, guys. All right, everyone. So I did the math for the 28 items or upgrades that comprise my gaming setup, and I have the numbers for you. You guys ready? Drum roll, please. And the grand total of my setup as it currently lives is $3,197. Ouch! It's a lot of money, guys. That is a lot of money, okay? Now, that's not including the stuff that I missed or the video games and all the other little stuff that you do to try to build your channel and promote your stuff. All right, everyone. So something that I want to emphasize is that it took me a little over 2 years to get my setup to where it's currently at. So this stuff takes time. This is not like an overnight situation. It took me a lot of trial and error, a lot of saving, a lot of flipping stuff. So I just want to put that out there. So I do want to share some of the major takeaways and lessons that I've learned throughout this process so that maybe an up and coming gamer or streamer can learn from my mistakes, avoid them, or get some inspiration from my setup. So here they are. The first thing that I want to say is that you should definitely do your research before making any purchase. I actually made the mistake of not researching PCs as much as I should have. I sort of just watched like 2 or 3 videos, and the CyberPower PC that I ended up purchasing, you know, turned out to be a little overpriced, but it's a mistake that I'm willing to live with because I wasn't as informed then as I am now. So takeaway number 2 is be patient and upgrade slowly. What I mean by that is that sometimes, you know, you want to rush through things. You want to utilize all your birthday money, all of your earnings, all of your wages, right, to get that new game, to get that new item, to get that new hardware, that new software update, whatever it is. But you should just be patient. There's a lot of people out there who are constantly upgrading their stuff. They can maybe sell you something for cheap. And that's kind of one of the things that happened to me, where I was getting good deals on ring lights, on my Yeti microphone, and on many other things that I have purchased on OfferUp. So takeaway number 2, be patient, upgrade slowly. Takeaway number 3, and I should note that this is something that I recently started doing more often, flip your stuff to offset the cost of new items. What does that mean? That basically means this. If you want to get a new mic, purchase that mic, make sure you have the money, right? But to sort of offset that cost, sell your old mic. That's kind of what I've been doing lately, and that's how I've been able to sort of upgrade my setup. So flip your old stuff and get new stuff with that money. And finally, guys, and this is a point that I really want to drive home, my biggest takeaway throughout this entire process of becoming a YouTube content creator, a gamer, a streamer, is to just have fun. I cannot emphasize enough how much fun I've been having doing this whole YouTube thing, how amazing my community has been towards me, how much love I received. And it truly is a testament of the power of content creation and the power of building a gaming community online. So just have fun, you know, don't worry so much about the outcome. Yeah, I know that numbers matter and subs matter and ad revenue and donations matter, but at the end of the day, like, if you're not having fun, is it really worth it? For me, to be honest, I really don't care at this point if I make it big or not, if I get 50K subs, 100,000 subs, because I'm truly, genuinely happy, satisfied, and grateful for my current community. You guys are amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that we continue to grow together and learn from each other. That's kind of where I'm at with my setup. So regardless of the price tag, regardless of the mishaps and the technical difficulties and all the challenges, I think it's all worth it if you're just having fun. So that is all I have for you today, SGN family. I hope someone out there, at least one person out there, finds this video helpful. And if maybe that one person can drop a like, drop some comments, show some love, talk about their setup maybe, that would be great. Thank you for your time. That is all I have for you today. Let me drop my famous slogan. Don't forget to be a scholar first, gamer second, and a nerd always. Peace.
Woo!